Cars out of reach, empty lake, empty streets, the sun goes down low. I'm driving by your house, though I know you're not just safe.
Why aren't you rolling that?
I thought you told us not to roll it.
No, just in between the cracks you have to
Anyway.
do the brush.
Oh my god, I was like, this is taking
I
forever.
knew this was going to take forever.
Hi, today is Sunday, July 17th, and it's the middle of summer, and today I'm going to talk about vacations. When Robbie was little, when he was a baby, we went on probably our only family vacation that we've ever gone on. My father had a timeshare and he let us have a week, and we went to Williamsburg, Virginia. I went there when I was a kid and I really liked it, and I wanted to take my kids, and Robbie was in a stroller back then, and we went in August and it was very hot, but we enjoyed it.
Your brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair combed back, sunglasses on, baby. I can tell you my
And then as Robbie got a little older, he began to run away and elope. On July 4th, we went to the fireworks when he was about 2.5, 3 years old, I think, and he disappeared, took off, and we had to have the police, the rescue squad, the fire department, everybody out looking for him. He gave me a mini heart attack, and that was the beginning of our life of panic attacks, worrying about Robbie running away. So we didn't go on vacations because I was always afraid that Robbie was going to take off and run. I did have a friend when he was little that had a house on the beach in Long Beach Island, and she invited us, and we used to go there when Robbie was little, and then when David was born and he was a baby, and I used to bring my kids and we would go stay at her house in Long Beach Island.
sitting in the morning sun. I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in. Then I watch them roll away again, yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay, 'cause I've had nothing to live for. Looks like nothing's gonna come my way, yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same.
I was always in a panic and kept all the doors bolted shut and was constantly keeping an eye on Robbie. I would sleep on the floor in the room with him to keep an eye on him, and every time any of the kids went out, I would immediately make sure that all the doors were locked and bolted shut, and I had everybody else in a panic because I knew that Robbie knew the ocean was outside, and I was afraid he was gonna take off because he always knew when I wasn't looking. And as soon as I wasn't paying attention, he would take off, and I was afraid he was going to end up out there dead in the ocean. So that's the closest we ever got to a vacation. So what we used to do was, my husband's Aunt Rosie had a pool, and she lived in the next town from us. I'm actually going the direction right now that we used to go to Aunt Rosie's, and I'm having a flashback. we used to just go to her house all the time, and we would do like the staycation thing, and we'd take days off, and we would just bring Robbie over to his aunt's house and go swim in their pool. And here's one of my favorite pictures of her husband, Uncle Johnny. They both have passed on since then, but here's a picture of him with Robbie when he was a baby.
So I guess I'll remain the same guy, sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. It's 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. Well, sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, then I watch them roll away again, yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay, 'cause life had nothing to live for. Looks like nothing's gonna come my way, yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
Learned something when September would roll around and we'd be driving in the car. Robbie would be in the back seat in his car seat, and he would begin kicking the seat and screaming and having a fit. And I couldn't figure out what it was until finally I realized what he was doing was he thought that we were going to Aunt Rosie's house, and as soon as I would turn left at that spot I was at right now, instead of going right and heading toward Aunt Rosie's, he would start having a fit because he thought we were going there and we weren't. And that's when I learned that he knows exactly where we're going when we're in the car. And when you see Robbie lean over and watch, he's checking to see where we are because he recognizes the direction that we're going. So last week we took Robbie to Cousin Michelle's house, and you know Cousin Michelle from our old episodes of Pinot and cannolis. And as soon as we got to her house, he went and sat in the same seat that he sat in last year and the year before, which means he knows exactly where he is, and he sits right in the same seat. But Robbie was grumpy. He really didn't want to go in the water, and he wasn't himself. And as he was sitting at the table, he had a small seizure. Then about a half hour later, he froze and he just started to drool, and he had another little mini seizure. So we said, you know what? That's it. We're going home. You're not feeling good today, how are you, Rob? No, I know, poor baby. So we packed him up and took him home. And my husband and I are trying to figure out now. It just seems that when he's with us, he's not too happy. It just seems like he doesn't really want to be hanging out with us. He doesn't really want to spend a lot of time with us. He's happy doing our short visits where we go get ice cream, we drive around the car, and we bring him home. That's fine. But when we take him swimming or on extended visits, he's not happy. He really doesn't want to be with us. So that's why we decided that this year we're going to take a vacation. We can finally take vacations now for the first time in 30 years. And we're not bringing Robbie because he doesn't like it. He doesn't enjoy it. He doesn't want to be with us. So in this episode, you're going to see we are going away on a vacay. Tomorrow I'm leaving to go away. We are going on a nice long trip. We're going to go visit my daughter Patty in North Carolina. I'm not taking Robbie because I know he would much prefer to be going to his day program and to be with Lorenzo all day and not with me for 9 days, because we're going to visit a lot of relatives. It's going to be all my husband's Italian relatives we're going to visit. So it's going to be a lot of sitting around the table, eating pepperoni, talking about the good old days, and Robbie will be bored out of his mind. He would not enjoy this trip, so he's not coming. I'm forcing David to come. David is not happy either because a 19-year-old does not want to hang around with his parents and his old relatives. But the alternative is if I leave David home alone with all of his friends here, that means my house will become party zone, and that's not going to happen. So so David is coming and Robbie is not. So this should be very interesting. I'll keep you posted. Bye.
It was 1989, my thoughts were short, my hair was long, caught somewhere between a boy and man. She was 17 and she was far from in between. It was summertime in northern Michigan. Splashing through the sandbar, talking by the campfire. It's the simple things in life, like when and where. We didn't have no internet, but man, I never will forget the way the moonlight shined upon her hair. And we were trying different things, we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song, sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Catching walleye from the dock, watching the waves roll off the rocks. She'll forever hold a spot inside my soul. We'd blister in the sun, we couldn't wait for night to come to hit that saving place of rock and roll. While we were trying different things, we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song, sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Nothing seems as strange as when the leaves began to change, or how we thought those days would never end. Sometimes I hear that song and I start to sing along and think, man, I'd love to see that girl again. And we were trying different things, we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song, sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, nobody on the beach. I feel it in the air. The summer's out of reach. Empty lake, empty streets. The sun goes down low. I'm driving by your house, though I know you're not home. I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair combed back, sunglasses on, baby. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone. Never will forget those nights. I wonder if it was a dream. Remember how you made me crazy. Remember how I made you scream. I don't understand what happened to our love. Babe, I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna show you what I'm made of. I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. I see you walking real slowly, smiling for everyone. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have Out on the road today, I saw a deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. A little voice inside my head said, don't look back, you can never look back. I thought I knew what love was, what did I know? Those days are gone forever, I should just let them go. But I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. You got the top pulled down, radio on, baby. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone.
Okay, so I'm on my way to pick Robbie up. As I said earlier, he doesn't really like hanging around with us, but Patty is here for a visit. She's up here in New Jersey now because a friend of theirs is getting married, and she and Brendan are here, and we are all going over to Aunt Chickie's pool to swim. And you'll notice that we do this every year, and Robbie, as you'll see, will know exactly where he is, and he's established his own routine. When he gets there, he goes and sits in her gazebo and he'll eat chips, then he'll go in the pool, then he'll get out, go back in the gazebo and eat, then back in the pool, back in the gazebo, back and forth, back and forth. That's his thing, that's his routine. And I think he'll be happy because his sisters are here and he enjoys being with them and playing with them. So hopefully there will be no seizures. Hopefully he'll be in a decent mood, and hopefully today will go well. And I also want to introduce you today to a new member of the family. Denise has a new baby. No, not a baby, a puppy. So I have a new grand dog, and she should be bringing the puppy over today. That was her thing. She said as soon as she bought her own house, she wants a puppy. After years of living in apartments, she couldn't have a pet, and this was a big thing for her. She's finally got her pet. Robbie does not like animals. So, you know, I know people always thought, oh, it'd be a good idea for all those times that Robbie elopes and runs away. Even the police had recommended maybe you should get a dog because they would help go find him. Robbie doesn't like animals. He's afraid of them. He kind of pushes them away. When we tried having a little kitten when he was little, the kitten would come and rub up against him, and Robbie grabbed the kitten by the tail and threw it across the room. So that's how we can tell he doesn't like animals. He's okay with like big, slow-moving dogs. You know, they don't bother him. But small animals, especially if they got a lot of energy and you're wagging the tails a lot and stuff, that really annoys him. He doesn't like them around. So it'll be interesting to see how Robbie reacts to the puppy. He's not going to want really anything to do with the puppy. But we'll see how it goes. He's pulling on his shirt and being fidgety. So he's grumping a little bit. But hopefully when he sees his sisters, he'll smile. I don't know. We'll see. I have the music off so you could hear his noises, but I know he wants the music on. Okay, yep.
It's the event of summer, Autoland.
Oh, he's such a drummer. Oh my God.
He's the best.
Oh, thank you. Oh, the dog.
What's his name? Buster.
Oh my God, how cute is
My
he?
little bubs. I didn't want to leave him home the whole time.
How are you?
Put my name on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, obviously. So he said then he put his name in, and he said he saw all these articles. He's going,
He's doing it. He's never swam before.
It's his first time in the pool?
he knows how to do it.
He knows what he's doing. He's trying to get out now.
Yeah, let him
starting to freak out.
Let him get out. It's okay. Look at bud. Good job. You want to go back in?
Oh, he's crying now.
Come here, bub.
Hey, finally we're smiling. Dave, that's
Nobody
the first
on
one.
the beach. I feel it in the air. The summer's out of reach. Empty lake, empty streets. The sun goes down below. I'm driving by your house, though I know you're not home. I can see you. Your brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair combed back, sunglasses on, baby.